we're recording again. Hello, friends and family. Today we are going to go into a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. I have been dying to know what the big thing with Charlotte Tilbury is. It's a higher end makeup brand. It seems luxurious. And I have gotten a couple of products amassed together based off of different sales that I've found, different people I know who've had extra product that they wanted to, sell for a reasonable price. Basically, I've put a little bit of homework into getting everything together. I have almost, I would say almost a full face there. I don't wasn't able to get the eyebrow products. I wasn't able to get a standalone brown bronzer or standalone highlighter, but I've found some things that work. I have like a sample of mascara. I couldn't afford full sizes of certain things. This is the Magic Cream. This is what started the whole thing for me. I tried this product and I really loved it. So I went on sort of like a quest to find a whole face, or as much of a face that I could afford. So I did some sale things and found some things on Mercari and Poshmark that were somebody's that they had maybe two of or something like that, and it worked out. So I have almost an entire face of Charlotte Tilbury, and I thought it'd be fun to do a video for that. So let's go ahead and get started. I guess we're going to start with the eyeshadow. I have here the Charlotte Tilbury Starry Eyes to Hypnotize. It is a 4 hypnotic eye looks in one palette. The palette is really beautiful. It's this blue, starry looking background. And then this is where you get your looks. There's 4 looks in here, 3 eyeshadows per look. And I am wearing a lot of browns and gold, so I thought like this little neutral one here, even this is kind of like a little bit on the dark side for me, I thought this would be a fun palette to play with today. So let's go ahead, we'll get started with it and try to do a little simple look. Do I want to do that one? I know I want to do something in this palette because it kind of matches more what I'm wearing today. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this look is called Happy Glow. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the matte in the Happy Glow here, which is this guy here. It's the only matte in the little setup here of 3 together. So I'm going to use my Allie Dawson and bling brush to get started. Of course, I didn't do a bunch of the brushes either. I mean, I am really broke. And now I have amassed this collection over time. This isn't something that I did all at once recently. I've been putting this together for, like half of the year last year. And just now finally getting around to getting it out this year. So this is a really dark color, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it. This is the only matte in this little look. And I kind of wish that I was able to have gotten like a brow stuff because I kind of don't feel done unless my brows are done. But that's besides the point. But mascara and eyeshadow is usually enough for me too, so I'll probably be okay with just the mascara and eyeshadow. Not really, because I do have an eyeliner, but it's like I'll show you guys in a minute because we're going to get to that next, I'm sure. But see how dark that is? That's like a lot darker than I normally wear, so it's going to take an adjustment. But I mean, so far the matte is really super pigmented, so that's cool. I do like when a brand has a good amount of pigment, especially when you're paying top dollar for a palette. This is like a $60 or $70 palette, and it seems so small to be so expensive. Now, you know that my cheap butt didn't pay full price for it because I'm cheap. And, well, I shouldn't use that word. I like a less expensive route. I like a bargain. I like to, yes, I like the quality, but I like when you can get it for a good deal. And I got this palette and another palette for the cost of one of the palettes. So like $60 for two palettes. I got this and then the pink one. I'll think of it in a minute. Oh my goodness. It'll come to me eventually, but I got these two palettes for the same price. So there we go. That's going to be our base look. Then we're going to take, in the Happy Glow section, we're going to take this right here, this next color, which is a shimmer, but it's a darker shimmer. We're going to put that on the eyeball. And I'm going to use this brush here. It's kind of wide and kind of flat, but still a little bit on the fluffy side. I'm going to pat that down into the outer part of the lid, because we're going to put the lighter color towards the inner part. And I do like a little shimmer. I mean, I'm not all shimmer, but I do like a little bit of shimmer. So we're just going to pat that down toward the middle lower part of the lid. I might put some up here too. Why not? Right? Okay. So we're looking very orange, which is fine. If you have blue eyes, orange is okay on you. You guys can tell that my nasal congestion is clearing up a little bit, which is nice, right? Because it was pretty rough. I mean, I'm still a little congested, but my voice isn't as bad as it was, which was kind of a hard thing for me because I speak all day on the phone for my job. Okay. They're very creamy and they seem to like stick pretty well, like the shimmers, which is cool. They're like a creamy type feel to them. I don't know how else to describe it besides creamy. That sounds so silly, but no, really, really creamy. All right, and I'm going to use another Allie Dawson brush, and I'm going to go into the matte color here. We're going to use that on this and put it under the bottom part of my eyelid, like almost like an eyeliner. I'm just gonna get some shadow under there. It does seem to pull the green out of my eye a little bit, make the green in the center of my eye stand out a little bit, so you're getting more of a green gray instead of that blue gray that I usually have going with my eyes, because that green just almost disappears a lot of times. Or I don't know what it is with lighting and cameras. Sometimes it'll make my eyes look like they're brown. And they're not. They're just gray with the central heterochroma or whatever you call that, where I have green in the center of my eyes, basically. Gray eyes with green in the center. Okay. So there's that. We are very orange today. We're orange. Okay, so that's that for this little palette. Cute. I see why people like it. It seemed to do pretty easily. I do like the way that they have it set up. It makes it easy to create a look. So this is our primer. It is the Wonder Glow primer by Charlotte Tilbury. We're going to give this a go. Oh wow, it looks like it has like a little bit of a color to it. So that's neat. I've never had a primer that had a color to it before. Maybe it gives it a little bit of shimmer. I don't know. Do you see that? It's got a little bit of color to it. That's interesting. I'm just gonna smear that on there. See how much darker it looks than my actual skin tone? Do you guys like my bright orangey red nails? Those were done by my friend and almost sister. Well, it's like a sister. My friend Amy, her daughter, 6 years old, did my nails, and she's fantastic. They are gel. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. It doesn't seem to spread really well. I don't know if it's only supposed to spread so much, but I didn't put any other primer on, so I mean, I put the magic cream on, but that's it. So this is, says it's an instant I can't see it with all the stuff on it. It's a glow primer. Okay, so it's gonna give a little shimmer, huh? All right, well, we're gonna give it a go, honey. We're gonna give it a go. We're looking very orange. It is hard when you are as pale as I am and cool toned as I am to find something that doesn't lean orange. Almost everything leans orange. It's really frustrating. I'm going to use this little eyeliner. This is the eyeliner I was going to tell you guys about earlier. It's a Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner. What shade is it in? Where are my glasses? Oh, come on. Eyeballs. Okay. Really? Seriously, Sarah? On film, of course, I would not be able to read that even with my glasses on. I'm just having a bad day with eyes today. Like, sometimes my eyes I feel like are worse than others, which is really weird. It makes it hard for me to get glasses that work because some days they work fine and I'm not having problems seeing. My vision's perfect. And then other days, not as perfect. And maybe it's never really perfect, but it's like pretty good. I don't know if that is helping at all or not. I don't really see the name on it, but it's this purpley looking eyeliner. But I've used it already. This is the only thing of the products that I've used. And that's just because I love a really good dark plum eyeliner. I feel like it really pulls focus to my eyes pretty well. It's very complimentary to my cool toned skin. Keep an eye on the time, don't we, girl? I have an hour, but I already ate my lunch. Right, like a really late breakfast, but it was pizza, so we'll call it lunch. Brunch. Pizza brunch. Usually don't do eyeliner on film. I think I'll do the rest of it off, but I just wanted to get the under part of the lid. We'll do the rest of it later. Okay, what do I want to do next? I think, so we do have this, and then we have a concealer. So this here is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It is supposed to like moisturize your skin and all that, and it is very, very well liked. And I've been curious about it, so I want to give it a shot. It's supposed to improve the moisture of your skin. And as saying as I am as dry as the Sahara Desert, I'm very interested in trying it. This is the pump. And what color did I go with? I went with cool. Can you guys see? Is that going to show? I don't know. But I went with the coolest, lightest one as always. And I've got my own makeup eraser blender that you can use dry because I don't like wet blenders. Just don't. I work out of my office, so it would be really hard for me to. It seems cool enough, so there's that. I'm already happy with that. Now, oh yeah, that's better. It's like already toning down the orangey red from the primer and even from the eyeshadow because I am not got any warmth to my skin at all. And I just now started using bronzers because I didn't ever think that it was something. I mean, I guess I've always liked the cool toned look that I have going. I've always been okay with being as extremely pale, paper white girl. I've always been okay with being paper white, except for when I was at work and got teased about it and nicknames and stuff like that. And then I wasn't that upset. I mean, you can only be so upset because, you know, it is the actual color of your skin. I didn't choose that. But it is me too, so I'm not like mad at it. I know there's people who are like so bent out of shape about being so pale tone that they'll actually like go out of their way to like bronze themselves up. And you know, I used to be one of those girls, meaning that I would go and lay out in the sun and try to tan, and it just didn't happen because I'm pale. I'm just a pale bee. I've just always been a pale ass bitch. It's just my lot in life, and I've learned to accept it. Okay. I think already I get the big deal. It looks really, really good so far. I mean, that's a pretty good match, too. I was kind of scared because it was really actually kind of hard to find a match because a lot of her stuff is very warm leaning. So I was a little bit worried. So I'm not worried anymore. I'm already pretty happy. I don't know if I should go with contour. So I do have this adorable little contour stick. It is, of course, in the lightest shade possible. And it's one of these little, like, things. And I've seen Tati Westbrook use one of these before, but I don't know if I'm going to be any good at this. So, and I do want to do a video about contouring because I do think I've got a pretty good handle on contouring. How do you do this? I probably should have looked this up a little bit. Okay, I hear it making noise. Do you guys hear that? So what happens? Do you squeeze it? Okay, so it does look like some colors coming in. Okay, we've got quite a bit of color coming down here. So we're gonna do, ooh, hello. I'm gonna contour that nosy. Hello, nose. Under the lip. Could get the illusion of even more of a pouty lip or whatever. And then I like to highlight the cleft in my chin because old age is starting to take that away from me, y'all. Like the cleft in my chin is disappearing. And then people are like, where did Emma get the cleft in her chin from? I actually had an argument with a family member on his side about me not having a cleft in my chin. And I'm like, hello, this has been my face for 45 years. I think I would know whether or not I have a cleft in my chin or not. Shouldn't be something I should have to have an argument with somebody about or defend. Like it's a weird thing, but okay. Like if you want to argue whether or not I've had a cleft in my chin, if you don't think I have a cleft in my chin, that's fine, I guess. It's just weird, just a little odd. I mean, where did they think that my daughter got the cleft in her chin? Because her father doesn't have one. Like, come on, people, what were you thinking? They also think that she can't possibly have gotten her curly hair from her mother with curly hair. Bananas. Because my hair isn't super curly like hers. I kind of get that one though. I get the, well, your hair isn't super curly, so how's your daughter's hair super curly? I don't get the, where's the cleft in your chin? And then you could actually clearly see the cleft in my chin in the correct lighting. It's just old, saggier skin. It's kind of dwindled it a little bit. Now we go down the jaw. I didn't do the neatest lines, but like that's actually my first time ever using that device, so it's not my best job, not my best work. Okay. But this stuff smells good, so there's that. If that really matters, I guess. I'll be the only person who cares whether or not it smells good. But it is on your face, so it is kind of nice to know whether or not it smells good or not. And this came with this little Hollywood or Film Star Glow palette. It comes with your bronzer and your highlighter, this little brush. And I got this. This is another one of the things I found on Mercari and got a good deal on because you know your girl here. And it's the lightest color that they have too, because I always go for the lightest. We're just going to kind of like bridge the gap with this bronzer that's in here. So we're just going here and just bridge it up so it doesn't look patchy along the jawline. And just make it look more healthy and natural. That brush is quite a lot. Okay, we're already at the 21-minute mark though, and I haven't really gotten much done. We're going to go ahead and use a little bit of the highlighter. I've never used her highlighter before. I'm going to pop just this. Ooh, wow. Hello. Lord have mercy. She's bright. I'm going to put a little bit on the upper lip too. So looks like we got the meat sweats, because why not? Put it over the eyebrow. And I'm going to put down this cheekbone. Down that cheekbone. Using my fingers. Because I like to control more accurately, I guess, where it's going. Okay. And then I'm going to use, I have a blending brush I use over and over again to blend everything. But we want to use our blush. This is the blush. This is in the shade, it's Chic to Cheek in the shade Love Glow. And I'll show you. There we go. We'll use that. I have a Morphe brush, a Morphe angled blush brush that we're going to use. We're going to pop that on the cheeks. And then we're going to come back for the final things. I guess I want to do the concealer real quick though. And she's a really soft glow. I like it. It's kind of like a glowy blush. I like that. We're going to do the lips and some other stuff when we come back. So far, I really like everything. Now we're going to use the concealer. It is a matching concealer to it's the Magic Away. It's one of the Fair Cool shades. Am I going to be able to read this? It says 2. It's got a 2 on it, and it's like a light natural or light cool or something. I don't know. Anyhow, it looks like this. And I'll use my little concealer brush to blend it out. Clicky, click, 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 click. All right. Is that coming out yet? I don't know. That feels like it's really orange though. Or is it not coming out yet? I can't tell, y'all. Clickety, clickety, click, 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 click. It's so annoying. 2,000 years later, I'll still be sitting here clicking on this thing. Am I going the wrong direction? Oh my God. Up, there it goes. There it goes. Some colors coming out. And a teeny tiny little... There we go. There she is. So I've never used this kind of highlighter before, or this kind of concealer before. So this is interesting. So I always like to go along the edges of my eyeshadow to sharpen the look of the eyeshadow. And I put it a little bit in the center of my forehead to pull out, because my forehead between my nose and my eyebrows, this little part here kind of sinks in a little bit too much for my liking. So this helps bring that forward. And I always end my nose contour right at this point, just for that reason as well. It does seem a little darker than what I would normally have chosen for myself. So that's a little interesting, a little bit different than what I'm used to, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just different. So we're going to blend this out and see what we think. So far it's darker than I'm used to, but we don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, because I like a very light concealer, and this seems a little bit on the yellowy side, but I think it was the coolest and lightest that they had. So I'm going to use my favorite concealer brush from Sigma. It's I think it's the F79. Yeah, F79. And we're going to try to blend this out. Again, we're just going to go over all the places we put that concealer and just try to blend it in. My eyebrows are looking especially sparse. We'll fix all that. I didn't get any eyebrow products. Everything I got, I did fiscally sound purchasing, meaning that I got them on sale. Everything was on sale, or I got it on some place like Mercari or Poshmark and didn't pay top dollar for it. Of course, the foundation and the concealer and the primer and the mascara, eyeliner, all of those type things were purchased through, and the blush purchased through Charlotte Tilbury, and even the contour thing, because this was like apparently really hard to find. I think right now it's out again. All of that was purchased through Charlotte Tilbury. It was just this bronzer highlighter duo and the eyeshadow palettes that were received through Mercari. So I did try to, save a little flow that way. All right, so we are going to come back a little bit later. We're going to spruce this up a little bit, and then I'm going to have, I'm going to try out this mascara. It is supposed to give you dramatic results. We shall see. Maybe we'll try that out on film. And I also have a lipstick. We'll come back and we'll have my final thoughts as we try those things. But I'm going to go back and finish my lunch break. Thank you so much for watching this far. And if you want to see what I came up with in the end and what my final thoughts are, please just stick around. All right, guys. Okay, guys, welcome back. So it has been several hours, so it's kind of turned into a little bit of a wear test. And on the foundation, I have to say I really like this foundation. It is pretty moisturizing, pretty good, considering that I did put on the Magic Cream before I put on my makeup, and then I used their Glow Primer, the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Primer, and it had like a little bit of a yellow tone to it. It was a little bit shimmery. It's their primer, and the Flawless, the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This has got such a big following, and I think I can tell why. The concealer, however, it did kind of build up a little bit weird and cling to my dry spots. You could probably see it if I get extra close. Sorry for those of you who were not prepared for me to get this close. But you can see where it's kind of gathering in here on these little dry spots under this eye, especially. I mean, I don't know that you could see it under here as much as you could see it on this eye, but maybe when I kind of wiggle a little bit and you see that flex to the skin. This does not flex quite as well to the skin as this does. The spots where I just have only the foundation and I don't have any concealer or any other product on there, it's worn really, really well. Hasn't especially clung. Unfortunately, I'm the type of person that I end up putting concealer on my dry patches because they tend to oxidize differently and become a different color, or just not take to makeup well at all. Whereas with this, what happened is I ended up going back because it's right under my eyes, and that's where I get the dark spots the most. And I was trying to brighten up my face, and I used my little concealer blending brush, and it kind of drags the concealer down. So these two things mixing together, I guess maybe caused this pile up. But it's really not that bad if you look at it. I've seen much worse, and I've had to deal with much worse on my face before. But in all, I would say that these two products I really, really like. And I get what the big deal is about Charlotte Tilbury and about their products and about what's making it so special. It really makes my skin look pretty darn good. I mean, it's just, you know, a very glowy, very moisturizing type foundation. Now, I am comparing this because all I've been using lately are like CC creams and BB creams and that kind of thing. So I'm used to using stuff that has even more skincare than this does. This is just actually a foundation that has a lot of moisturizer in it. And to be honest, it's really good. Like, I really like it. I would use it again. I'm going to use it again. There's not like even the small part of me that's like, maybe I should just put this away and never use again. I won't be like that. And here's Emmy. Good morning, Emmy. She just woke up from a nap. Hey, come on in. Mommy did a review. So I'm talking to the camera, but come on up over here. So here's my little sweet 4-year-old. Say hi.
Hi.
It's Emma Claire. So yeah, so I think that this was a really successful review. I really, really enjoyed all the products I tried. This mascara was bomb.com. I went back in and used this guy. The brush on it is what gets me the most. I love this brush. This is the brush. Can you guys see? I'm going to put it like with my forehead as, see how it has that little triangle shape? That is freaking beautiful. I love this mascara. I love this mascara. Like, I don't just like this mascara. I love this mascara. And I'm really picky when it comes to mascaras just because they don't always have clever brushes like that. And they don't always get all the lashes. And so you end up getting a couple of lashes that have like amazing coverage with the mascara and your lashes look beautiful, but only for certain lashes. But with this type of mascara and this type of brush that it has, all of your lashes have a nice full look. And I did try, this is the lipstick that I got free with the order that I did originally. It's called the Walk of No Shame. And I'll show you guys. I used a little lip liner of oh gosh, what brand is this? Thrive. I couldn't think of the name of it. I knew it started with a T. But this is the lippy, and I'll put a little bit on. Just very creamy and very soft and nice on the lips. So pretty. Like, it smells good too. It smells vanilla-y. Want to smell? You want to dab a little bit on your little lips? No? She's like, no. No, Mom, I don't want to wear lipstick. I don't have any desire to wear lipstick now. The highlighter, on the other hand, that little girl is all about the highlighter. Okay, so lipstick was good. The There wasn't a thing that I didn't like, really. I think that the concealer was my least favorite of all the things, only because where the concealer and the foundation met here on the edges of underneath my eye, where I have that little dry spot, it kind of clung a little bit and piled up. But other than that, I mean, from far away, you can't see it. The highlighter that came in this little palette is really, really nice. It's very subtle. Don't trip over that, honey. But it's a very subtle highlighter. You want to try it? Okay, come up here. Let's get you a little bit of this highlighter. This girl loves highlighter. So this is the highlighter. I'm going to pop a little bit on the tip of your nose. Check it out in the mirror. Look in the... See? Pretty, right? Ooh, extra pretty. So this highlighter is awesome. The bronzer is really, really nice. It's just very, very subtle, very, very nice. I don't really do a whole lot of bronzing because I wasn't really good at bronzing. I didn't know anything about bronzing, but I find that that product was just pretty much super easy and made it easy for me. So there wasn't a lot that I had to do. So made my life easier. So it was definitely a plus. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was kind of long, but get ready with me and trying out products always tend to be a little bit long for me, and I never know how to do them. I haven't got my format and my formula down quite yet, so we're learning as we go. But I liked everything. I get what the big deal is now. I know why everybody loves Charlotte Tilbury, so it was a fun video to do. If you want to say anything, Emmy?
Bye.
Say bye. Peace out, homies. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.
Love you.
Peace out, homies. Bye.
Peace.